Okay, I'm back. Tonight is going to be a big packing night because this this is going to turn out to have been probably the biggest sales day I've had in quite a long time. So I think there's 12 orders that need to get packed up tonight. It might be 10 or 11. I can't remember for sure, but it's quite a few. It's going to take a long time, so I don't want to spend too much time with this preamble. I'm just going to get right into showing you some items that I got prepared for listing today. I worked on them during my lunch break today. It's five items. These are mostly things that I got at garage sales on Saturday. So I think there are going to be some pretty good items here. So let's not fool around. Okay, are you ready to see all of this junk? So let's go through it a little bit at a time. So Saturday I went to a church sale early in the morning, and then I found a few garage sales to go to. So these are mostly from those sales, the church sale and the garage sales. Maybe 5, 6 garage sales I went to. So I went to one sale and I didn't see much there, but I did find this this dinnerware. This is like, let's try to get some lights over here. This is like Melmac. It's called Royalon is the company, and then Melmac is like, well, it's hard to say for sure. Melmac would be like melamine dishes. They probably still make this kind of stuff, but these are probably from the 50s or 60s, maybe 60s. It's hard to tell price-wise because I have quite a big lot of these. I think there's 28 pieces, but I only paid $5 for these from the guy. He was trying to talk to me. I had a hard time understanding what he was saying, but he was inviting me to come into his basement to see more stuff. I think he was telling me this was from his father. His father passed away and they were trying to sell his stuff. And he was saying, you like antique stuff? Come into my basement. And he was seemed a little too interested in inviting me into his basement. So maybe I missed an opportunity to find a lot of really good stuff, but I didn't really feel like I wanted to go into this stranger's basement who was just bordering on making me feel uncomfortable. So I decided, no, I won't go in the basement. But I did buy this stuff from him for $5. So there's like cream and sugar. All of this stuff needs to be washed a little bit before I can list it. So I have the drafts written of all these. I did that on my lunch break. I just need to take photos. But almost everything here needs to be cleaned before I can do any pictures with it. But look at this divided serving dish. They all have numbers, so you can like very easily find out exactly what they would have called this. So this was a divided serving dish. They actually call these coffee cups. Like I would have thought they were teacups. I assume these were more like saucers, to go with the teacups, but they're not. They're like sauce dishes or ice cream dishes. That's the way they're advertised. These are number 308. And then there's 8 of those, and then 8 of these smaller dishes, which they call soup bowls, but they're small. I mean, this is not enough soup. They call them soup/cereal bowls, number 312. So that's not big enough for anything. Anyway, these are pretty cool. I like the color, this lilac color. This is really mid-century. I think that I'll sell these probably for $60, and I feel like I probably could get more, but I'm just going to go ahead with $60. And 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 9 of these. Oh no, one of these is the creamer. Okay, because I already wrote the listing. I said there were 8 teacups, but then I thought there were 9, but I just put that with it. So anyway, they might be tough to find the right person to buy them, but once that person comes along, they'll pay $60. I probably could make it 75 and they would sell just fine, but I'm going to just stick with 60. That's more than 10 times my money, so we'll do that. All right, I'm always looking for metal and hip hop cassette tapes, and I don't find them very often, and the ones I do find don't turn out to be very valuable. So I found this one, Rakim. What's the date on this? 1997, so that's relatively late. If this was from the 80s, if it was like a hip hop album from the 80s, might be worth a little bit more. And then also this one is manufactured by BMG, so not the original. This was like for the record club, record and cassette and tape club, or whatever they used to call it. Get 10 tapes for a dime, and then then you're on the hook for the rest of your life to buy another tape every month. Anyway, got that for $1. I think it's worth about 14, 15. I think I'll list at $13.99. I got these 2 Crate and Barrel bowls. These are some of my favorite things to get these days. These plain white, boring looking Crate and Barrel bowls. I only paid $1 a piece for these. This was at the church sale. This one is called Culinary Arts, which is like a lot of the Crate and Barrel stuff doesn't have any kind of pattern name on it. So you have to really do a lot of research to figure out what they are and what they're worth. But these are pretty easy. I think these were produced sort of for like cafes and restaurants and diners. I don't know. At least that's the style of it. I think they might call it like cafe ware. Anyway, $2 a piece for these. I'll sell them for 30. This is a crazy waffle iron, like an Art Deco waffle iron. I don't really understand this this sheeting around the outside, this like place for it to set. I thought it might sit like on the stovetop over a burner or something. It has 4 legs on the side and 1 on the back and none on the front. So I don't know. There's not a lot of sales history on this. It's a brand called Universal. And then it also says made by Landers, Frary, and Clark, New Britain, Connecticut. So I don't know. One of these that's like a slightly different model number but looks identical sold for 45, 40 or 45. I'm going to list this one for 40. I paid $2 for it at that church sale. And then finally I got one of my propellers listed. My porch is still covered with these, so I'm just trying to just get through 1 or 2 of them a day. They're pretty easy to list because like this has a model number in here, very easy to Google it and find out exactly what this is. I got all of these propellers for like $6.65 a piece or something like that. I think I have 20. I keep coming down to forgetting how many I have, but it was either 23 or 27 I bought for like 6 something a piece from an auction. And most people are trying to sell these for like 70 to 100 and they're not selling at all. So I'm listing mine at 45 and hoping for the best. I've already sold 1, so hopefully that trend will continue and just keep selling more. And then the other thing that I picked up to Saturday, or there's quite a few other things really that I haven't, that are still in the car. I haven't brought them in yet. But one thing that I got ready to list is Sunbeam lounging, like yard, what do you call it? Lawn chair? Lounger? I got it at a garage sale. It was $10. I thought it was probably worth over 100. Looking at it today, it's probably more like 60 to 100, like 60 on the low end. So I think I'm gonna just list it for like $65 or $70 and try to get it to move quickly. Of course, I didn't bring it in here because it's pretty big, and I want to get. I need to have it outside to take photos. And I totally forgot I even bought it. I brought it out of the car Saturday and just set it by the side of the house. So I saw that today when I was leaving for work. I was like, oh, let me get that listing ready to go. So those are like 5 or 6 items that are going to be hitting my shop within the next couple of days. Hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. But I'm trying to get as much listed as I can now. Today is September 29th. So we've got one more day of September and then we're officially in 4th quarter. This is the time to get as much stuff listed as possible so that it can sell. In my experience, October is not the biggest sales month, but then November and December do well. So I need to just dedicate October to listing, which is going to be hard if I keep having days like today where I have quite a few orders that need to get packed. It's going to take me a long time to get those, get everything that came in, all the orders that came in today, ready to ship. So I'm gonna stop just talking and just go in the kitchen and start packing some of this stuff. So come along with me. All right, I pulled everything that's getting shipped out tonight and I'm just gonna go right through these straight through and try to get it done in one shot. So I'm starting right here with this Avon. This is a little bottle of Avon night cream. I just relisted, as I was doing inventory last night, I have 4 of these and I relisted them, ended them, sold similar, and one of them sold already. So selling, I mean, I did lower the price, so that plays into it, but selling similar or relisting or whatever, however you want to do it, seems to be pretty successful. It's definitely a useful thing to do. So what's this say? Macy's Bronzals. This says brush with greatness makeup. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to put it in this envelope. I'm basically doing this. This is like a cream. It's not really going to be leaking, I don't think. I want to use that masking tape, but I dropped it behind the bench last night. So I'm going to have to just use this Scotch tape for now and try to remember to pull out one of these totes or two of these totes and see if I can find that. I put wheels. I built this bench and I put wheels on it, but basically the day I put it down here, the weight of it collapsed the wheels, and it's not really rollable anymore. It's in this spot until I figure out another way to move it, because it's heavy, and then all these totes are filled with clothes, so it just gets heavier and heavier when I add stuff to it. This isn't gonna be a real successful sale here. This Avon cream, I paid $5 for each of those, which was a pretty high price, but I had just when I bought them, I had sold maybe 3 or 4 of the exact same thing for like $25. So I thought, okay, $5, I'll do it. I'm gonna get 4 of them. It's gonna be an easy listing. That's 11 ounces. This is 6 by 5 by 5. And turns out these did not sell. I put them $19.99 and they did not sell for well over a year, I think. This is going to at New Mexico. So I relisted them last night, and then the sale came. So these are those UFO magazines that I've been waiting to get returned so I could. This is where I mixed up. I mixed up 2 labels on 2 packages and asked the individual buyers to do a return and send these back to me, and then I'm gonna just send them to them for free. I've already refunded the money because I feel bad about all of this chaos I put them through, but I'm going to ship those later, and I'm going to use pirate ship to ship them. So I won't do that until the end when I'm done with everything else. Okay, I'm going to go grab another box. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got this small box, a used Amazon box. I'm going to reuse it now and put this Oracle card deck in here. It's a good size box for this. This is not a huge profit item. I think I paid $4.66 for these, sold it for $24. So we're gonna make 15 or 20, between 15 and 20 on those. I had somebody ask me in the comments, when I'm talking about we are gonna make this much money or we're gonna make this kind of profit, do I have a business here and I've got other people working for me, my family or somebody? And I think a lot of eBay sellers, it is kind of a family operation, but my wife, Jessica, she has been down here helping me with inventory sometimes. I'm writing Oracle on here because these are Oracle cards, 14 ounces. This box is 9 by 7 by 4, 9 by 7 by 4. And it's going to I'm going to write that up here, which is hard to see, and it's going to Tennessee. So I'm writing the initials of the buyer and I'm writing the state on here now, hoping to avoid any more mix-ups with the labels. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. So yeah, this business is really just me. I'm just doing it by myself. Go out shopping by myself. I do all this packing by myself, and occasionally she will help me with doing inventory audit stuff, but that's about it. So when I say we, I don't know, it just started to naturally come out of my mouth that way. I guess I'm talking about her in a way that this is our money, I'm doing this to support us and to help us. And I guess I'm also talking about the people who are watching, like we're all in this together, I'm trying to let you know that you're a part of the whole thing. But the reality is I just started saying it. It started coming out of my mouth naturally. And I noticed myself saying it, but I didn't really think about it too much until somebody asked me, why are you saying we all the time? But I do say it. So if you don't like it, probably stuck with it. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop myself from saying it. So when I'm done with all of these packages, I'll buy the labels, and then I'll go through each one, and I'll probably say, we made $10 on this one, and we made $16 on that one. So include yourself in that. Like, I'm not going to really share this money with you, but I'm going to share the experience of packing it and buying it and all of that kind of stuff. I do get excited about you know, finding good stuff in the thrift stores or in the garage sales. So hopefully you can feel like you're a part of that excitement. I hear somebody. Pineapple, somebody let you down here. This is the part of the business Jessica does like. She likes having Pineapple come and show up on camera. Come here, bud. Come here. You want to come up here? Come here. Come here. Oh, we're trying to get done here. So I think she stayed home today and she's been with him all day. I think she's getting a little bit tired of him. He likes to get right in your face and just stare at you. He wants you to do something, but you don't know what he wants. Pineapple, sit. Here, sit, buddy. Sit and looks cute. Look cute for the cameras. Here. Pineapple boy. Pineapple. Look at you. You're a cute boy. You want to go out? You want to go outside? You want to get out of here? You want to go out? You want to get out of here? All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. All right, I'm sending him on his way. Although I think she might have shut the door behind him. Okay, this thing I'm packing is a police scanner. It's a vintage Regency Z60 police and aircraft scanner. I don't know much about it. I know I turned it on and tested it and it seemed like it was working when I listed it. But that was, I feel like that was a long time ago. Yeah, January of 2024. So yeah, a real long time ago. So this is definitely a sale item. By the time this video publishes, my sale will be over, but I've been running a 15% off everything that's older than 45 days. And it seems like it's been doing pretty well. I think I probably sold like maybe $350 worth of stuff through that sale. And as we're coming towards the end of the month, I'm trying to pump up numbers. So I put this sale on for like 1 week, hoping that it would boost my sale numbers before we hit the end of September. And maybe it's worked. I don't know. This month is definitely going to end up being, right now it's already the highest profit month of the year, and there's still one more day. Today's day really helped me out a lot. We've got about I think it's like 400, and right now before labels, we're looking at $460 in profit. After labels, it's probably going to end up right around 400. So definitely, I know those numbers probably seem small for some, like, you know, you watch some of these other YouTube people and they're selling thousands of dollars a day, but I don't do that. I don't do those kind of numbers. So 400 for me is like an incredible day, especially since I'm trying to get this average of 190 to 200 for the rest of the year. So a $400 day is gonna boost that average up for me. Okay, this box is a little bit too big for this police scanner, but it works out fine. I created this box yesterday. At least I resized it for something. I can't even remember what, but it turned out to be I cut it down too small. So I just put it in the other room, and I thought, well, I'll use that someday, and then that someday is today. So don't get rid of any boxes. If I can use them, I'm going to use them. And until I can use them, I'm going to store them. So I've got quite a few like really big boxes in the garage that came from the street, you know, driving down the street. Okay, this is a scanner. It's going to weigh 4 pounds, 4 ounces. This is 12 by 12 by 11, I'll say. And then let's see, who's it going to? KR, I'm putting it up here, and it's in New York. So the idea now, I used to put the initials of the buyer under here, so when I printed the label, I could match up the buyer's name with his initials or his or her initials, and then just cover that. But now I'm putting it up here so that I can do a double check afterwards to make sure I put the right initials, the right label on to match up the right initials. So I'm putting all the labels on, and then I'm doing one last pass before finishing up to ensure that I put the right label on the right box. It's not a mistake I've made very often. I think twice I mixed up labels, and once I double printed the same label, and that's in the course of probably 5,000 packages. All right, right here, this just got relisted too, little Remington travel hot roller set. Do I have a box appropriate for this? I'm gonna get a box and be right back. Okay, I got 2 just in case. So this one will go in here. These again, something that was on sale. And I just said last night, if somebody's sending me an offer for something that's on sale, I'm just not even considering it. But these were on sale for $14.49. And somebody sent an offer for $14. So I accepted that one. Although I feel like it feels crazy to me to send an offer like that. Like, why not just pay the extra 49 cents and be done with it. Why waste the time messing around with offers when you're saving 50 cents or less than? Because I mean, I could have rejected that offer and then they wouldn't get their item, but they got it, 14 bucks. This one I paid kind of a lot for. There was a time, I would say 3 years ago, these things were selling like faster than I could get them in my shop. And I was buying them for like $2, $2.50, $3, maybe $1.50, and selling them for 25, 30, maybe even 40. And they would sell within a week. And then all of a sudden, all of the thrift stores started charging up for them, like $10, $12, $15. And people stopped buying them at the same time. So I have I know I have at least 2 more of these, very similar, that have been sitting for a long time because the market just changed overnight. But I did finally sell them, even if it's only $14. We'll make $5 on this package, probably. You coming back? Pineapple. Oh, okay, he's not coming back. Boy, rollers. This is gonna be, this box is a little bit too heavy for it, but it's only 2 pounds. And how big is it? 11.97. It's going to ES in New York. So two going to New York tonight so far. All right, I got another box exactly the same. This is going to be for Peppermint Patty. Peppermint Patty right here. This is a stuffed character from Peanuts. You know her. I got this from an estate sale. I got a plastic bag to protect her a little bit during shipping. I need to order more bags. Probably should order a lot more boxes. I definitely should order tape. As we're going into the 4th quarter, I'm thinking about what supplies am I going to need if orders start picking up, which hopefully they will. I mean, if I can have every night be like tonight, I'd be pretty happy. Okay, I'm not putting any paper in there or anything for her. But I got this at an estate sale. What did I pay for this? I paid $2 for Peppermint Patty, and somebody... I sent out offers. I always send out offers. Like, I'm usually sending 10% offers in every opportunity I have. For these items that are on sale, I usually send 5% offers. So everything's 15% off. So I'll send a 5% offer and I'll include a message that says something like, take a little extra off this already discounted item. And those don't usually result in sales. I don't know that they ever have. But the normal 10% off usually do. So I sent an offer on this, and maybe 5 minutes later, I got a notification that it sold. It's 15 ounces, 11.97. And I assumed it was the person that I sent the offer to, but whoever bought it for full price, $16.99. So $2 into $16.99. This is going to, again, New York. I'm in the New York state of mind, I guess, and it's going to SC. All right, what's next? This police hat. I had this listed for $46.99. I paid only $2 for it. This is a vintage. I don't know if it's a police hat or a bus driver's hat or a cabbie hat or what it is exactly, but I put a bunch of different terms like that in the listing title. Driver hat, bus driver hat, cabbie, taxi, police, security. And I paid $2 for this. I thought it was a Halloween costume hat at my little lunch break thrift store. But when I was there one day and I saw it, and then I thought it was a costume, and then I went there the next day and I picked it up just out of curiosity and realized this is a well-made quality hat. It's not a cheap costume hat. So I bought it for $2. I sold it. I got an offer today. I had it $46.99. Somebody sent an offer of $45. So that is a very reasonable offer. I have lately been inundated with unreasonable offers because I did a little experiment and I turned off all my offers to see what would happen. And I don't know for sure if it was a reason why my sales dried up, but the day after I did that, I got no sales. And that almost never happens. Like the last time I had a day without selling anything was in March. So I turned all the offers back on, but there's no way to do, I want to have a minimum offer of basically 20% of my asking price, so I don't get inundated with a bunch of lowball offers, which can be annoying and time consuming. So I've been getting a lot of offers for I'm listed something for $20, I get an offer for $4, or I have something listed for $50 and I get an offer for $16 or whatever. Like, I'm never going to accept that offer. And in my experience, I have been playing with this lately, trying to send counter offers and go back and forth. And I usually just say, the first counter offer I send, I'll say, this is $50, I'll take $42 for it. That's as low as I'm gonna go. They have sent me a $10 offer on a $50 item. And then they will respond back with an $11. And then I counter offer again with the same amount and say, this is as low as I'm gonna go. And then they come back with $12. It just keeps going like that, and it wastes a lot of time. I'm always looking at every notification, trying to see what exactly they're trying to tell me. And they never want to tell me anything good. So if you want to send me an offer, if it's 20% off, I'm probably gonna accept it. That's a little secret. That's a little secret tip. If it's 25% off, I'm probably not going to accept it. If it's 50% off, we're definitely not going to meet anywhere in the middle. Okay, this hat, like I said, 45 bucks. I was kind of slightly excited about this for some reason. I didn't think this would sell for a long time, and it's only been listed since September 17th. Today's the 29th, so what is that, 12 days? £1 on this hat, which is 12 by 8 by 12 by 9 by 8, and it's going to, tell me New York, no, Washington, WA, and to KY. Okay, KY, there you go. All right, now these are the stars of the show tonight. I have a bunch of these color by number sets. This stuff that I pulled out from my death pile a few weeks ago, and they're shockingly valuable for whatever reason. I found just a couple of them had sold in the last 3 years. These are like from Venus Paradise, that's the colored pencil company. And they don't have dates on them, but I think they're from the 50s. I think I had 26 of them, different, there's like 5 different versions, and I have different numbers of each one. I was doing some research to figure out, and I found one that sold 3 years ago for $100, one set. That's basically all the sales history that I had to go on. So I figured within 3 years, value must have gone up, and I priced them at $125, and they've been selling pretty well. I think this is all going to one buyer. This might be the 6th or 7th purchase of these, and these are something that I sent a 10% offer on. So I had them listed at $125. I have the opportunity to send the offer, so I sent the offer for 10% off. They sold for $112.50 each, and the buyer paid $7.25 shipping on each one, so I reimbursed $5 off each one, I think. I can't remember what I did. I reimbursed $10 total, and I think that's a pretty good amount to give back, which he didn't even ask for. He probably would have been fine just paying that full price. But anyway, what I'm going to do, like, these are boxes that go this way. You know, they turn into regular boxes. I'm going to leave them flat and put each of these inside. Each one's going to have its own box, and then I'm going to combine the 3 boxes together so that it'll be as stiff as possible so it won't bend. I have to figure out how big to make these cuts. So these boxes are not big enough if I fold these up, so I won't do that, but I will do this. Sound like meatloaf. All right, cut. Somebody asked me today I saw on a comment asking about, or they were saying they were terrified to cut like this because of the possibility of cutting your finger off. And I have cut myself this way. This finger right here, I was slicing and I just sliced off the sort of side tip. I replied to that comment, told the story that I went to I didn't know what to do. You know, I got my finger, a piece of my finger is missing and it's pouring out blood. I didn't really know if, is this an emergency room situation? Probably not. I don't know. But we went to the emergency room. My dad took me there. And when we got there, there was I don't know if it's a receptionist or what you call it. There's a guy who checks you in, and he wanted to look at it real quickly, and then he said, if I check you in, you're going to be on the hook for thousands of dollars. And all we're really going to do is scrub that wound with some iodine and wrap it with a bandage. So my recommendation is to go to Walgreens, ride across the street and buy some iodine and buy a good quality bandage, and that's it. Don't do anything else. Don't pay us for that service. So that's exactly what I did. And it's still like every once in a while it'll just like dry up and peel, like it'll look like a blister, and then a little like a scab sort of will peel off there. And this was probably, oh, I don't know, it could have been 25 years ago, maybe more. So anyway, that was nice of that guy. He didn't have to do that. He could have just set me up to pay them $1,200 or whatever it cost to go into the emergency room. Okay, this one is going in here and getting taped. I'm just going to tape these closed and then worry about sealing all around the edges later. Okay, another one. I put these in these little plastic bags. These are the bags I usually use for t-shirts and stuff. Close this one up. And the third one, I hope this is only, the buyer is in Chicago, so it's not going to be going very far. But I always worry about these kind of flat packages some mailman is going to cram it into a mailbox or whatever. But this one will be pretty thick. The other ones that I sold, I did basically this, but then I also put sheets of cardboard with the corrugation going in the opposite direction so that it can't just bend that easily. And that seemed to have worked out fine. In this case, all the corrugation is going to be going in the same direction, but it's going to be so thick. I mean, look at that. It shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. I hope. I could use this, put some strips like this. I could use my hot glue gun and put these strips on. Probably not a bad idea, really. Just keep it from being folded. If it's impossible to fold, then they won't be able to fold it. But I've seen so many photos online of like, somebody's got their diploma. It's got a do not bend sticker on the front of it, and then the mailman just turned it in half, folded it in 3 pieces and stuck it in their mailbox. So I don't want that to happen. This is more than $300 here. I gotta check my supply of tape. This is still going pretty good, but I should buy some. I don't think there's gonna be it's not like tape is gonna go out of stock or something. I don't think. Whoa. Sometimes I do those smaller pieces like that because it's really hard to, if you want to stretch it tight, it's very difficult to do it across the whole length. So I might do like, for a length like this, I might do 3 or 4 pieces. This one is stuck together. I'm going to consider these strips the opposite corrugation, perpendicular. And if I'm going to do it, I need to plug the hot glue gun in to start warming up. I got that new cordless hot glue gun. I got that from a garage sale, and it's great. I never even heard of such a thing. I didn't know that existed until I saw that at the sale. Cordless hot glue gun. Okay, I think this is probably going to be fine. I'm going to test bending it. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't need these. Should I keep these scraps? They're kind of skinny, but I'll find a use for them. Okay, color by number. 1 pound 2 ounces. This thing is 15 by 11 by 1. And like I said, it's going to Chicago. Where did they go? $112.50 for 5 sheets of paper. It's wild. Okay, this is going to MY in Chicago. I wonder how close this is to me. I'm not gonna look it up. That's too creepy. Okay, those are all done, and now this. I'm gonna need another box for this. I'll be right back. Okay, I got another one of these that I just used for those coloring sheets, and this is what I shipped it out in. This is what I shipped these out in, and what they came back in was this box right here. The person I accidentally shipped them to. So I switched 2 labels. One guy bought a Super Mario Galaxy game, and the other guy bought these 11 90s UFO magazines. And I shipped them to the wrong people. So I reached out to both of them and said, can you please open up a return? The one guy reached out to me first. He called me a scam artist because I sent him these magazines instead of the game that he wanted. I mean, if I was a scam artist, that'd be a pretty bad scam because these sold for like $55 and that game sold for $11.50 or $14.99 or something like that. So that's not a very good scam as far as I could see. And also, I mean, why would I risk my business on a $15 game? So he called me a scam artist and a bunch of other things. Then he opened up the return through eBay officially, and in the reason why he wanted to return it, he called me a scam artist again. So when I reached out to him and apologized and said, I will, if you can send me those magazines back I will reach out to the other person. I just explained, you know, I mixed up the labels and asked him to send me the magazines back. I'll pay for the shipping. You'll get a label, so it won't cost you anything. And then I will refund your money and send you the Super Mario game for free. Because I feel like this is my mistake. That Super Mario game is not rare. I probably could have just said, here's your money back, find another one. You know, it wouldn't be that big of a deal for him to find another one. But these are going to be hard to find. You know, 1993 magazines about UFO sightings are not going to be easy to come across. So I wanted to get these for sure back to the right person. So after I told Super Mario he wasn't going to be getting his, that I would just send him the game, he was like, "Oh, dude, thank you so much. That's so great." So he switched his viewpoint pretty quickly. And then I reached out to this guy and I said, I'm terribly sorry, but I accidentally mixed up these labels. You're going to be getting a package soon, and it's going to have a video game in it. If you can return it to me, I'll do the same thing. Like, I'll give you your money back and I'll send you the magazines. And he was not real happy about it either. So he didn't call me a scam artist, that's for sure, but he was like, this is going to be a royal pain in my ass to have to do this. So I apologize. I did not do it on purpose, but he's been pretty cool about it since then. So that game is back in the mail right now. It's on the way. I have the tracking number and I can see that it's been dropped off. So I'm not that worried about it though, but I want to get this to him. Unfortunately, the reason why he told me it was going to be a pain is because he was in the process of moving. So I reached out to him today and I said, I've got the magazines back. I'm going to pack them up tonight. If you want me to, I can send them to your new address. I've already refunded him his money and I'm still going to send him the magazines. I'm not losing much really. Like, I'm losing the profit that I would have made, which is like $50 on this and maybe $8 or $9 on the game. But I only paid $1 for that game, and I only paid probably less than $1. Maybe less, definitely less than $5 for these. So I'm going to be losing like six bucks maybe, plus the cost of shipping. So I'm going to lose in total maybe $20 or $30 on this. It's not that big of a deal. I can eat that. I can eat that loss to fix my own mistake. And now I've got a better system, I hope, in place. I'm going to be a little bit more cognizant of what packages get what labels and make sure I'm doing the right thing. It's not like it's a big common problem for me, but I don't want it to happen very often. So right now, I was going to buy the label for this on Pirate Ship, but since I haven't heard from him, I will just hold off on the label until maybe tomorrow, or if I hear from him tonight. I want to get this to him as quickly as possible, so if I hear from him tonight, I'll ship it tomorrow. If I don't hear from him, then I will wait and pack it up tomorrow night and ship it the next day. Hopefully I'll hear from him the next day. He's been pretty communicative, so I'm kind of surprised he hasn't responded yet. And he is like, you know, he was obviously disappointed and irritated that this was going to be a problem for him. So he told me he doesn't have a printer, and I suggested that he could just write return to sender and send that game back on the package, and it would be, that would save everybody more money. You know, I had to pay $4 or whatever to get the games shipped back to me. But he said, I told him he could do that, right, return to sender, and he said, my girlfriend opened the package before I got home, so I can't do that, return to sender anymore. So then I explained about the QR code that eBay provides, that you can just take it to the post office and they'll take care of printing the labels. Okay, I don't know how long this has been, but I'm going to shut the camera down, go over to the computer and buy labels for all of these boxes except that one, and then I'll come back and tell you exactly how much each one of them made and how much total profit we made tonight. So stick around for that. That's the real gold on these videos. So I'll be back in a minute. I just realized there's one more item I forgot to pack, so this is going to get packed before I buy those labels. So let's take care of this. This is the Big Chill original motion picture soundtrack from 1983, still sealed. That was not the biggest sale I've ever had, but I got this for free, so it doesn't really matter. I think this was a 15% off offer. So, 15% off from my from my, what do you call it, discount that I have in my shop right now, my markdown event. So I'm wrapping it in cardboard. What did I sell it for? Where did it go? There it is, $10.19. So I don't know what that original price was. I don't know how to really do that math to reverse engineer 15% off. Somebody would know how to do that, but not me. So not very expensive. It's just gonna go in an envelope. This should take nothing but a second. It's just going in an envelope and a used envelope on top of that. So insult to injury. This will get the job done. There's no way this is gonna have a problem in shipping. It's gonna go medium air, so it's gonna be cheap. This is gonna be $4.65 or something like that. Okay, that looks pretty ugly. Get these corners turned over. Okay, good enough. I'm gonna write on here, chill. What was the last thing I did? Magazines, 6 ounces, 9 by 6 by 1, and who's it going to? TRF in Illinois, another Illinois deal. So this is gonna be close by. Okay, now I'm gonna go buy those labels, so stick around. I don't remember exactly how many packages this is, but they're all ready to go. Got labels on them. Put them in this IKEA bag so I can haul them upstairs. I've already put in the schedule. I've already requested a scheduled pickup from my carrier, so I'll put those out tomorrow morning. And I'm taking a little risk with some of those expensive things, putting them on the porch, but I haven't had any problems with that at all, so I'm going to continue to do that. Let's go through profits today. So, all right, we had some Oracle cards sets. Archangel Michael Oracle card set by Doreen Virtue. That earned $16.14. Then an little Avon night cream, $11.38. The first of the Venus Paradise Color by Number sets earned $97.38. That's the one I assigned the shipping cost to. The other two, I just put free shipping or $0 for the shipping cost. $98.35 for each of those. So there's like just under $300 for that one package. The police scanner was $20.93. Then we're getting into the real high value stuff. Remington Hot Travel Roller Set, $5.07. And the Big Chill Motion Picture Soundtrack CD, $8.17. So these are the ones that are putting us over the top. Peppermint Patty, the little plush character, earned $12.32. And finally, that police cap earned $37.75. Let's just quickly make sure we don't have any more orders coming in since we started this project, and we do not. Okay, so total for today, it is 9:24. We have a lot of time until 2 a.m. when the day switches over. The official eBay day ends here in the Chicago area in the central time at 2 a.m. So it's only 9:30 now. It's only 9:20 really. We've got plenty of time for more sales to come, so let's keep our fingers crossed because I want this to be the biggest day I've ever had. And right now it's at $405.84, which I think there was one day when I sold a vacuum for like $1,200. That's probably the only day I've had in my eBay career that was higher than today. And this is a lot of stuff that's like $8 and $5, a few $100 items, but adds up to a pretty good amount, $405.84. That brings, so yesterday our average profit per day during the month of September was $156.13. Today it's $164.74. So we're still a little ways away from 190, which is about where it needs to be in order for me to reach my goal for the year, which is $50,000. But I still feel good about it. $405 feels good. Then that means our average profit per sale, each individual sale this month, is $33.51. So there we have it. That's pretty much it for the day. This has been a good sales day for me, so I'm pretty happy about it. I'm also happy that today I reached, on my YouTube channel, I reached 3,000 watch hours. So there's like different levels of hours you have to reach in order for YouTube to consider you a successful YouTuber. And the first level is 3,000. So I've hit that. That feels good. We've got about 360. I can't remember how many subscribers we have. 356. And I need to get to 500 for that, the first level of that. So if you feel like subscribing, that would really help me out. I just have to get like 150 more, 132, 34 more subscribers, and that will get me into the good graces of YouTube. So I appreciate everybody who watches. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.